I'd like you to meet a young fellow who, in my estimation, and also in the estimation of many people in the music business, is destined to become one of the most popular vocalists in the music world. And you'll find out in a little while exactly what I mean when you hear one of his records. I'd like you to meet Glen Campbell. Welcome to the show, Glen.
Thank you, Jack, very much.
Is that your real name, Glen Campbell?
Yes, it is.
Very often artists will have a name as Joe Schwartz or something.
Yeah, Shad Vallon.
Yeah. But now, where are you from originally?
Arkansas, Jack.
Mm-hmm. And how did you ever become a singer and
Well,
get into the business?
I've been doing it ever since I can remember, ever since I was knee-high to grasshoppers, as the saying goes. And all my family is musically inclined. My father and mother play, and all my brothers and sisters. There's 12 kids in the family altogether, so I had a lot of teachers.
You do a lot of work around town as a guitarist, don't you?
Yes, quite a bit.
Or what's the expression, a studio man?
Studio guitarist.
Yeah, studio guitarist. And did you ever study the guitar, or did you pick it up yourself?
I never have.
Just picked it up.
Strictly by ear, I guess.
Mm-hmm. But you read music, don't you?
I read chords. I don't read notes.
Oh. And how did you start singing now, professionally?
I started actually on the radio down in Prescott, Arkansas when I was about 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
My uncle and I, he played all the lead, and I played rhythm guitar and sang, and that's how we got kind of started in the business.
And how did you come to Hollywood?
Well, I worked in Albuquerque, New Mexico for about 8 years in my uncle's band, and I decided to come to Hollywood and try to get into something a little bigger and a little better. So I came out here and got lucky. I was on the road with the Champs, and I stopped and started recording on my own and doing studio work.
Glen, you've been primarily a country and western artist, isn't that right?
Mm-hmm.
But in this record, Too Late to Worry, Too Blue to Cry, I have an arrangement here and your rendition of Walkin' the Floor Over You, which is, of course, a real country western standard. But the arrangement, I think, is a little more in the middle-of-the-road popular vein, wouldn't you say?
Kinda, yes.
Yeah. Or as Jody Miller said the other day, it's more on the folksy. It's not one thing or the other, but it just has that country influence, particularly with the use of the guitar rather than, let's say, a piano.
Yes, that put it more country than
And yet with the violins and everything, and incidentally, these are Jimmy Haskell arrangements with the Randy Van Horn singers. The violins and everything give it a very, very delightful pop feel, which I think will please not only the country western people, but the George Shearing fans and people like that who like just nice music. So let's get to it right now. Our special guest, Glen Campbell, to sing with the Randy Van Horn singers and Jimmy Haskell's arrangement.
floor.
Our in-person guest, Glen Campbell, walking the floor over you. You know, Glen, I was thinking and listening to the record, we were saying it was kind of a cross between country and western and pop, and it also has a definite soul kind of sound, a Ray Charles influence in your particular treatment.
Well, Ray is one of my favorite people, I guess, Jack, as far as singing and picking goes.
Mm-hmm. And who are some other people who've influenced you?
Oh, Marty Robbins, Ray Price,
Mm-hmm.
Peggy Lee, actually.
Well, it's just great, and I want to congratulate you on a very fine album
Well, thank you very
called
much.
Too Late to Worry, Too Blue to Cry, and I'm not going to wish you luck because you don't need it, you know.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Well, Glen Campbell, thanks so much for dropping by, and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you, Jack.